So quite a while ago in one of DRTV's episodes, they said that the Canon 18-55 kit lens is sharper than the 24-105L lens at f8.
The cheap shitty kit lens is better than some L lenses when you put it at f8. Oh, would you look at look at that.
So today, I'm actually going to test this for myself. So to compare the sharpness of these two lenses, I took photos with these two lenses. I did the good old brick wall test, and on top of the brick wall test, I also took photos of some text on a magazine. So my testing procedure was rather simple. Basically, I shot them at their shortest and longest common focal length, which is 24mm and 55mm. Then I shot them all at f8, and on top of that, I also shot it at f4 at 24mm, and I also shot it at f4.6 at 55mm. Alright, so here we are in Lightroom 5 to compare the pictures we've taken. So now let's start with the 24mm shots at f8 ISO 100. Alright, so we have the 24-105 on the left and the 18-55 on the right. So the exposure settings are the same. So now let's take a look. Now this is at 1:1 crop. So in the middle, you can't really tell which one's sharper. Let me bring this up to 300%. So yeah, it's quite hard to see. They're pretty much identical in terms of sharpness. It's hard to see which one's the clear winner here. Because at f8, they're pretty much as sharp as they can get. So now let's take a look at the corners. So both of them at the corners have some amount of chromatic aberration. But then again, sharpness, let's see. Okay, so down here, we can see clearly that the 24-105 depicts more detail here. The details with the 18-55 are a little blurry here. You can see more detail with the 24-105 in the corners at 24mm, f8, ISO 100. So I would say 24-105 is the winner here. So let's go to the 55mm. So let's zoom in. Take this to 1:1. Again, in terms of sharpness, it's rather hard to tell. Now, let's bring it up bigger. So, I'll take a look at the corners as well. Now, at the corners, it's definitely the 24-105 is again definitely sharper. You can see the 18-55, it's a lot more hazier in the corners. But still in the center, it's quite hard to tell. But if I were to give an edge, I would give it to the 24-105. So what happens if we shoot them at f4? Now we have the 24-105 at f4 on the left here, and the 18-55 at f4, 24mm on the right. So at f4, I think it's rather clear at f4 the 24-105 wins. The 18-55 isn't that amazing at f4. Yep, so let's take a look at this. Yes, definitely 24-105 sharper at f4. Clear winner. How about at 55mm f5.6? So if we zoom this in, it's actually quite close at 5.6. But still, you can see in this shot right here, the 24-105 is again sharper than the 18-55, clearly sharper. So I don't know where did Digital Rev get the fact that the 24-105 is less sharp than 18-55 at f8. So now we're comparing the indoor test shot with the text on the magazine. So this 24mm f8 ISO 100. So let's bring it in. What just happened there? Anyway, here's at 1:1. Again, looking pretty close, just like just now. But if we, yeah, it's really close. It's pretty much impossible to tell which one's sharper at 24mm. My mouse is going nuts here. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at the corners. So like just now in the corners, we've got a bit more chromatic aberration, but nonetheless at 24mm it's quite hard to tell which one is actually sharper. But still, like over here you can see that the 24-105 is again slightly sharper than the 18-55. So it seems consistent. Now let's take a look at 55mm. So at 55mm, f8. Now at 100% already, I would say the 24-105 is again sharper. So let's bring this in. Yep, the 24-105 is sharper. So at the corners as well, we can see that we have a lot less dispersion on the 24-105 compared to the 18-55. But again, you have to pixel peep to tell the results. So again, let's go to F4. So here's F4. And it's pretty clear that the 18-55 is very hazy at F4. You can see a lot of that dispersion there. The 24-105, clear winner. So 55mm at f5.6. Alright, so interestingly, in this shot, the 18-55 actually seems sharper. So the 24-105, you can see it's a little hazy. So let's go to the corners. Yeah, it's weird. In this shot, the 18-55 seems sharper than the 24-105. This is quite odd. I'm not sure if I missed the focus or anything, because in the brick wall shot at f5.6, I'm pretty sure the 24-105 is sharper. So we have the 24-105 on the left, 18-55 on the right. Yes, you can see the 24-105 is sharper in the brick wall shot, but however, in this shot here, it appears the 18-55 is sharper. So that is odd, but then the 24-105 won the 18-55 3 out of 4 times. So I would say the 24-105 is still overall a sharper lens than the 18-55. So I think the fact is false that the 24-105 is less sharp than the 18-55 at f8, but nonetheless, the 18-55 is quite a close competitor to the 24-105 when you stop it down. Mainly because I don't think the 24-105 was the sharpest lens around in the first place, but compared to the 18-55, the 24-105 still has that little bit of edge over the 18-55. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them in the comment section below.